What's up, gang? Welcome back to what I am going to call
Meepo Madness.
What is Meepo Madness? I can hear you asking. Well, we are going to be reviewing the 3 new Meepo boards in 1 week. But that's not the madness part. We're going to be giving away 2 of those Meepo boards, brand new, shipped from Meepo to you. So what boards are we looking at this week? Well, the first one today is the Meepo 3s. The following one will be the Meepo Mini 3s. And we're going to round out the week with the Meepo ENVY. But of course, the more important question is, what boards are we giving away? And you're going to be very excited when I tell you the first one is today, and that is the Meepo 3s. The second one will be the Meepo ENVY. That will be towards the end of the week. Now, you will need to watch all 3 videos to be in the running, and during each video I'm going to ask you a question which you'll need to correctly answer. But that's enough talking. Let's get going on the Meepo V3s review. Let's put it to the test, and I'm going to tell you what I like about this board and why this board is different from the V5. So let's jump straight into the review part of the Meepo Madness week. Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you how to enter to win the board. Let's start off with the specs, the basic stuff, the stuff that you can find online with a couple of clicks. It's a 38-inch long deck. It's made up of 8 layers of Canadian maple. Has a really nice balanced handle, so when you pick it up by the handle, it doesn't fall to the front or the back. They haven't just put it in the center, knowing that the rear of the board is heavier. The board weighs 8.4 kilos, and it comes with their really nice new Century 90mm wheels. They have a 60mm contact patch, so they're nice and wide, and they are 78A in hardness, so a 78A durometer hardness. Ooh, that's bumpy there. A really nice wheel, really comfortable to ride, and gives good confidence. You know, when you are getting a little bit loose, that extra contact patch really does help out a lot. Now, they say the board is rated to 150 kilos, which with that 8 layers of Canadian maple, I would believe. I would be mindful of the handle. I wouldn't be jumping in the middle. If you are a heavier rider, that will be your one point of weakness. I'm 100, and you can see it has a nice little bit of flex. But again, I wouldn't put too much weight there, just because that handle, it has to be a weak point. But again, I'm 100 and I can bounce on it without a problem. Now, the last point I want to make about the deck is just the shape of it. It's pretty basic. There's very little to no concave. There's definitely no drop down. But that's the whole point of this. This is not an aggressive style board to ride. This is not a race skate, so to speak. This is a entry level, beginner to intermediate board, something to get on and just ride and just have fun, like campus cruiser, that sort of thing. You don't really need concave for that. You don't really need a drop down for that. This is just something to hop on, ride to the shops, or go for a nice simple cruise along the water or on a group ride even. Now let's move on to the electronics. This is one area that's had a big upgrade from the V3. It's now got 540 watt hub motors, so a nice little upgrade in power there. You can't really feel that much, but it doesn't get as hot, which is a nice little added benefit. They have replaceable sleeves, so you can take the sleeves off and put on a different sleeve, or even a cloud wheel donut or donut alternative. And the ESC has been upgraded to the new Lingy Fock, or the Fock Lingy, however, whichever order it's in. So it's a lot smoother. It doesn't have that initial sort of kick when you hit the accelerator. It's now very smooth, very predictable, but still has the auto on and still has the adjustable brakes. Now, what do you get in the box? Well, you get the skateboard, obviously. You get a 2 amp charger, which is, again, a nice standard size charger for this type of skateboard. It's going to fully charge your board in 3.5–4 hours. Now, these come standard with 92A bushings. They feel good. They are a little bit wobbly with those reverse kingpin trucks. I think they're 43 degrees. But they now also include a full set of 100A hardness bushings, which is really nice. I'm really happy to see that, because if you are a real beginner and you're not super confident, putting those harder bushings in is just gonna give you a bit of a head start in not falling off straight away or getting a speed wobble when you hit the top speed of this board, which is, you know, over 40 kilometers per hour. You really want to be careful if you're a beginner. Those harder bushings I would strongly recommend. I've reverted back to the old school enclosure, which has the percentage reading. So while it's charging, you can see the exact percent of your battery, and it has a USB. So you can plug your remote and plug your phone and charge it when you're on the go. I really missed that feature on the previous one. It's a really nice touch, seeing that exact percent of your battery. Before we move on to the battery, I want to talk about the remote control. The V3s and the Mini V3s are all shipping with Meepo's screen remote control. That's it there, you can hopefully see that. This is the M4S. Really, really reliable, comfy remote. Scroll wheel, forward to go, back to stop. 4 speed modes, adjustable brakes, and you can see everything you need to know about your board on the screen. Speed, your speed mode, your brake mode, your remote battery, your board battery, the odometer, and the direction that the board's going. So if you've accidentally put it into reverse, you'll see an arrow pointing backwards, which I'm sure we've all done it. If you have, comment below. Pull up, talk to someone, fiddling with the buttons, go to take off feeling all cool, and the board shoots out backwards. I know I've done it at least 3 times. Okay, so now let's talk about the battery. This is another area that the V3s has been upgraded. It's now got a 10S2P, 216 watt hours, and it's using the 21700 cells. Being the 21700 cells, it's gonna have that slightly higher capacity, slightly better discharge rate, which enables it to have that little bit more range, a little bit more punch, and that little bit more torque. Everything's just a little bit more with this board, which is exactly what you would expect. This is a low-end board with some pretty good spec. I think Meepo has always done a really good job for delivering value for money for the electric skateboards. All right, so how do you win the Meepo V3s? Well, it's really simple. You have to do 2 things. The first one, you must be subscribed to the channel. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that button right now, because that is your first step of eligibility for the competition. The second thing, you need to write a comment and tell me what was your first electric skateboard. And if you don't have one, what skateboard do you want to have as your first electric skateboard? That's all you have to do. It's that easy. All right, so that brings us to the end of this first look of the Meepo V3s. Lots to like about this entry-level electric skateboard. 8 layers Canadian maple deck, 540 watt dual hub motors with replaceable sleeves. The 10S2P battery, 216 watt hours. Past these people. The handle, the look, the wheels, the RKP trucks, the nice original enclosures. Maybe some padded grip tape would be a nice little addition. But that is the end of day 1 of Meepo Madness. There will be 2 more videos this week coming out and 1 more board to win. Don't forget to enter the competition for the V3s. Very easy to win. Instructions are in the video of how to do it. We'll be drawing that in 2 weeks' time. The next video will be the Mini 3s, and then the last video is going to be the Meepo ENVY. Any comments, questions, put them down below. And as always, don't forget, skate safe, wear a helmet, and we'll see you in a couple of days for day 2 of Meepo Madness. Yeew.